Brexit has shaken London's financial community. Two-thirds of voters there chose not to leave the EU. Now there's growing concern that investors will pull out their money and banks will move abroad. Many young companies in the financial sector have established London as a base. For example, Caselix. The two founders have developed software that simplifies transactions for firms. It's still unclear what impact leaving the EU will have on their business.
There's just a huge amount of uncertainty, so nobody at this point really knows what's going to happen, and I think that's the fear. I felt like economically we were in a fairly strong position within the European Union, and now there's a huge amount of unknowns, and there'll be a long protracted process of breaking up, and no one knows what that looks like.
Eileen Burbage is one of the most important venture capitalists in the startup scene. Her investment fund has around £60 million to pump into new companies.
It'll be a 2-year period by which the UK will renegotiate with the 27 member states. I think it's not ideal, but it's not going to stop anything. And I think we'll still be able to develop really, really strong companies, and industry will still continue to flourish.
Most Londoners voted against Brexit. Most are doing well financially. Many immigrants from the EU have come to work here. This company has 50 employees from across Europe. It acts as a broker for real estate investments. So will it be more difficult for EU citizens to work in Britain in the future?
When it comes to people from Europe coming to live here, it's difficult to see that being replaced straight away. But also the European Union has become very bureaucratic and not very flexible. And hopefully with the right leaders and the right business leaders and technology companies leading the way, which has been the case in London, we can take this opportunity to really make the best of that flexibility and grow and achieve new things that we perhaps wouldn't have been able to do under the more strict constraints of the European Union.
Many British business leaders opposed leaving the EU, but now they have no choice but to make the most of the new situation.